Okay, guys. Look at Mark and Hellie being all cute there. I rewatched season 2, episode 7, of Severance. Now, this episode is a crazy one. It's insane. Now, I first watched this. I was having a little camping trip with my friends in Canberra, and three of us were into Severance, and we decided like, fuck it, we need to watch this episode. So we watched it on the big Apple TV, and I swear to God, by the end of the episode, all three of us, we just had our heads in our hands, going like, no, or just crashing out in some way because, dude, this episode's just that good. Now, I didn't have time to film it, but I'll film it now. But this episode, like last episode, was kind of chill, relatively speaking. But it's just all these people like Mark, Hellie, everyone beefing with each other. All right, like having bickerings and arguments. But this episode, it's kind of the opposite, man. People be loving each other. You know what I mean? People be having all sorts of nasty affairs, sex, all this stuff. Is not the episode that I wanted to watch with my friends, but it is what it is. It was crazy. Now, I did write a lot of notes here that we will get into. I'll try my best to skim through this episode because episode is gonna it's gonna be a lot of stuff. But, okay, all right, let's just have it, let's quickly start. Okay, we got our first, okay, so we first start off with Mark and Dr. Reghabi, straight off the heels of episode 5, where Mark sees, like, Miss Casey, like Audi Mark does a reintegration session or whatever, walks through the hallway and sees Miss Casey, like his wife, and he's like, holy shit, she is alive. Now, the fucked up part about this is like Audi Mark explains where like the last 3 years he's been having this like grieving process that he lost his wife to his car crash, her body burned, and now he sees her again. Like for real. So the whole process of bargaining is not like a theoretical abstract thing anymore that you just have to get over. It's a real thing. He could theoretically save Miss Casey, and Dr. Reghabi is like really trying to like rile that up or some shit. Okay, there are so many people who are not good now. We'll get to Burt, but Dr. Reghabi, she's fucking sus as shit, bro. Like I don't know what her deal is, but hey, yo, I don't fuck with her. Like she's something's up with Dr. Reghabi because the way she's asking questions of Mark is like she doesn't really give a shit about him, bro. Like she gives a shit more about like the reintegration and what she can like get out of Mark's reintegration rather than like his well-being. I swear to God. But yes, very sad indeed. Now we go next. They're in the dark. All this stuff here. Mark is crying. Okay, so it cuts to you know, Mark, Hellie, and Dylan, they're talking about the note behind the hang in there poster that, Irving B, fucking goat, put that behind the poster, like all the instructions that lead to the export hallway, the dark hallway. Now, Dylan, okay, last episode when he put the note back behind the poster, I wasn't sure how to interpret that. Was he being a bitch? You know, like was he pussing out of the whole adventure because, you know, he's a fucking simp to his outside wife, you know? He needs to see her, and Mr. Milchick is hanging that above his head. I guess he is. You know, I thought he was gonna give that up, but hey, you know, he really wants to see his outside wife, so he doesn't really want to pursue it. But Hellie is like, fuck it, I'll go there myself, and Mark is stopping her because, you know, he's trying to be sensible and shit like that. But yeah, basically Dylan storms off, and Mark is starting to have like his first reintegration, like more reintegration, weird stuff happening. He's seeing his apartment, well, his house, and he's seeing Hellie in his apartment, and he just doesn't. I'm just gonna assume Innie Mark doesn't know what the fuck is going on. So we have an intro, and now we have Mr. Milchick. Now, Mr. Milchick is, I wrote down here, he's having a PTSD crash out, a D1 crash out OCD. He tells Miss Huang that he's busy for the day. You know, and she's gonna take care of the severance floor for him. What is he busy with? Bro, we will get to that, but it's not good. Mr. Milchick is not okay, bro. I can't believe I feel bad for him. I can't believe I feel bad for Mr. Milchick, dude. Somebody needs to save him from this corporate entity crap, because he, yeah. And then Mark and Hellie are in the bathroom, and Mark spills the beans. I had sex with you at the tent, at the Ortbo camping trip. But it wasn't you. It was Helena that I had sex with, obviously. And Hellie's like, what? No way. She says like her outies, like using this to divide the two of them. It's another one of her strategies or something, and like Hellie's having a mad cope, and she starts walking out. She doesn't want to speak to no one at the moment, and Mark is trying his best to like be apologetic and stuff like that. But so she storms off, and Mark's like, fuck it, I'll just get to work then, all right? And okay, when she took off her shoes, you know how like Japanese or whatever, some a culture thing, if you take off your shoes at the woods or something like that, you're gonna kill yourself again. And I was like, oh my god, if Hellie tries to commit suicide again, that would be crazy. Back to back, that's crazy. Don't do that. But yeah. So bit like a lot of tension there. She's starting to have a little bit of a hissy fit. Understandable. And Mr. Milchick, I knew when he got the paper clips out from his performance review about, they made a whole fucking printout saying like, you put paper clips the wrong way, so we didn't know which page we were meant to be reading from. AKA, you're fucking stupid, Lumen executives. Why are they bullying Milchick like that? Like, Milchick is not a good guy, but if you're gonna like treat him like shit like this, I can't help but feel bad for him, bro. So obviously, Mr. Milchick is correcting his errors by obviously putting, dude, paper clips on all these documents. He's doing that. Like, yuck, bro. That's what he's spending his whole day on. Okay. What are they making this man do? Okay. Okay. Dylan and Greta. Gretchen? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. They're having a little cute date. Yikes, they're having a little date. I don't like this. They're hitting it off, and Gretchen, oh god, look at her look at her curly hair. She looking good. Why is she looking this good? Why is she looking this good going to see her work husband? Oh my god. That is her work husband. Holy shit. That's crazy. Yeah, why? Why are you trying to seduce him, bro? And obviously they hit it off. They love each other, doing all the goo eyes and shit like that. Look at her. She wants it. She wants it, bro. This is bad. So, Dylan refers to his children as offspring. I want to hear more about my offspring, he says. But, I think it's the attention that Dylan is giving her that she misses so much or something. Like Innie Dylan. So obviously, I think she says something crazy here. He says, she says like, but we're always together, alright? But Innie Dylan says, no, you're with him, aka Outie Dylan. He doesn't see his Outie as himself, which is crazy because like, he's, like Innie Dylan is so ambitious, I would say, like inside his work, like he wants to get his perks and all that stuff like that. He works hard. Not this season. He hasn't done any work this season as well. He doesn't actually deserve this, I'm going to be honest, because he's never working. But he's like a go-getter in Lumen, and I assume like that mentality just makes you want to like one up anyone. Like, I'm the best, including besting yourself on the outside. Like sabotaging yourself on the outside to get your outside wife. This guy's crazy, bro. Like Innie Dylan is a fucking menace, bro. So he's like rizzing it up. Dude, look at that fucking rizz face, bro. He's rizzing up his outside wife, saying like, we don't hang out. You hang out with him. And she's feeling uncomfortable about it, but he asked for a hug. Duh. So he asked for a little hug that ends up being And then, you know, okay, it cuts to Hellie, you know, all sad and shit. Mark is working. And then, oh my god. And then, like, Hellie is thinking about the time when she, you know, was kissing, oh my god, was when she was kissing a Mark. And then now they're, oh god. Gretchen and Innie Dylan are full making out. And I cannot believe, I fully cannot believe that they like full played into this. Because, like, I think people have been making memes about, like, what happens if, like, would my Audi wife be attracted to my innie self or vice versa? And I feel like these were just like fun theories that people would throw out about the concept of severance, but holy shit, they're actually exploring this. So now we have like two relationships that are like love squares or some crap. This is crazy, bro. We were all screaming like, Dylan, no, stop, no, you're ruining everything, Dylan. I can't, it's just cheating, bro. Hey, we don't fuck with cheating, guys. And, you know, it's just a lot of kissing. And okay, and now, oh my god, this is like softcore porn at this point. And okay, Hellie is like, to Mark, okay, I get it. You were tricked.
Look,
You were tricked. Sorry. Let's go. Let's find a picture of Hellie. All right. Okay. Hellie is like, fuck Helena. She tricked us, right? She used my body to have sex with you. I want that memory too. I want, like, basically, I want to have my fuck session with Mark. Oh my, like, guys, think about it. Mark. Okay, I guess she's trying to reclaim her body by having sex with Mark, which, you know, valid. You know, hey, I ain't here to judge. But what I'm saying is that Mark, think about it from Mark's perspective, he's getting 2 girls for the price of 1. In fact, he's getting 4 girls for the price of 2. Because think about it, right? So Mark's little anime harem here. He has Mark has Hellie, who's a bad bitch. You know, he also has Helena, the CEO of Lumen. So he's gonna get paid. And then he also has Gemma, who's like a very beautiful lady. And also he got Casey, who honestly, the way I saw it, she's like the you know, remember the girl from The Incredibles, like Mirage, that white silver hair lady, all mysterious and shit like that. So he has a myriad of flavors of bad bitches to fuck, and he's just drowning. He's just a little fun guy, but a little depressor, especially depressor guy, but getting all the girls. Good on you, Mark. Good on you. But basically, they're gonna go off. They go off and they find this not renovated room, like to just basically have sex in a tent. They're recreating the Ortbo sexcapade. They're doing it without protection again. Dude, Mark's pullout game better be like on point, or else like he's just dude, bro, this is not smart, bro. Oh my god. Okay. And so obviously they have a very long sensual sexual thing, all right? Yeah, and look at this, MDR, no one is doing work. At this point, I'm almost on the side of Lumen. Like, I mean, they're still paying the employees. Like, come on, you should be doing the work or some crap. And oh my gosh, Mr. Milchick, dude, his hands are fucking shaking of putting all these fucking stupid paper clips on the fucking stupid papers. This is so stupid. Why are they making him do this? The fuck, is this a commentary on slave labor? Like, hold on, pause, but like, you know? I may have overstepped. I apologize. I apologize. Okay, and the overuse is too many big words. Honestly, is that also like a play on... Never mind. I was gonna say, like, you know, Why? He can't use big words because he's black? Like, what? What is this? Let him use any words he wants, Lumen. But this part got me fucked up as well, because I started getting scared when seeing him in the mirror like that, because this is exactly like the way he interrogated all the innies in the break room when, you know, when Helena, you had to read that she was sorry 10,000 times or some bullshit. I was scared he was gonna do this to himself, because that's some torture. Why would you inflict that torture on yourself, you know? So he just says, like, he
must abandon childish things.
Okay, so he like simplifies his words from what he said to Miss Huang about, like, you must abandon your childish frolic or some crap like that, and he simplifies it all the way to, like, grow up, and then he just goes like grow, like a little fucking werewolf or something. I don't know. I don't know why he said it like that, but somebody needs to check up on him, bro. He's not okay, dude. Okay, but then think about it. The way this guy he is like so into this Lumen self-improvement crap, there's no way that Mr. Milchick is like a double agent, as some of you guys are saying on this theories and shit. Like, come on now, there's no way. Listen, me personally, if I was an agent, right, like I was working with in cahoots with Dr. Reghabi and stuff like that, and then they did my performance review like this and shit like this, and they told me to fix my paper clips and stop using big words, I'm not gonna go this far to fix that. Like I'm indoctrinated like that. I'll just be like, okay, sure. Like, the fact that Mr. Milchick is so deep into this means, like, dude, he's like a, there's no way he's like a double agent, you know? So, anyways, right, let's just move on. All right, let's have a look here. Okay, and they just have their post-nuts, post-nut euphoria, apparently, because Hellie asked if she was better. Dude, if he enjoyed it more, or was it different with me? Like, come on now, like yeah, sure, but also, is this not like, you know, I'm trying to be my feminist literature type shit. This is not kind of like in the male gaze, you know what I mean? Like, Mark just getting everything, like, well, I'm not gonna get too deep into it, but Mark loves the pussy so much that he just wants to go straight for round 2. But the only thing that's stopping him, dude, oh geez, that's some good kissing. Mark is starting to have some nosebleeds, and so yeah, so Miss Huang is gonna treating his nosebleed, and you know, Miss Huang's like, did you punch him? Because she's kind of funny like that. Helena says no, and Miss Huang is trying to do a bit of a checkup. And she asks something like, okay, the humidity in this floor is maintained at 45% or some crap like that. So there's no reason you should be having nosebleeds. So what's up, Mark? Have you been having hallucinations? Have you been having symptoms of reintegration? No, she didn't say that, but it's like, she starts basically listing some symptoms of reintegration, and Mark is like, hold on now, I ain't snitching on myself. So he just shuts the fuck up, and he just says, nope, I'm fine. But I actually want to know what, like, how does it feel to be an innie and you just suddenly like flooded with all these like weird fucking visions of the outside world? Like, you probably know it's the outside world, right? You know something is off. Your severance chip is not working. So you like Mark doesn't seem so curious. He just seems more confused. But light bulbs has to be going off in his head. Like, he's already attempted a like some sort of coup, you know, OTC, and then all this weird stuff starts happening. He has to he must start putting the puzzles together. It's like, dude, I think my outie self and myself are trying to figure some shit out. Okay, so it's smart for him to shut the fuck up. But you know, yeah, it's I think it's curious for his I'm wondering from his perspective. Okay, but this part, Miss Huang starts taking his blood pressure and asking him some questions, and Mark, some more reintegration stuff happens, and what happens here? Yeah, and he starts spazzing out, and we're back at the end of season 3, episode 3, where Mark first starts to get reintegrated. So Dr. Reghabi is asking him all these questions like, what did you see? And holy shit, there's so much to break down here. Okay, let's go find a nice thumbnail so I can, yeah, whatever. Let's have a look here. Right? Okay. First of all, so on the outside, this is on episode 3, at the end of episode 3. But his episode 3 is reintegrating with stuff that happened in episode 6 on Lumen's floor, right? Like, this is right after Hellie and Innie Mark had sex. So this happened in episode 6, but then at the end of episode 3, canonically, he gets that vision. So either he gets a vision from the future, or all of the Lumen stuff, like Severed Floor, happened way before he started reintegrating in episode 3. So if you really think about it, that means like episode 4 with the whole Ortbo sex thing, that happened like in chronological time, that actually happened way before episode 3. So like so that means like this whole season technically isn't being told in chronological order. Like shit is out of whack, you know what I mean? So either some people I think have been theorizing about like the time differences, especially from last episode, about like the quarters of Irving B's like lifespan or some crap like that. That's interesting. But also Dr. Reghabi, super impatient. She immediately asks him like, do you remember a black hallway? Mark, do you remember a black hallway? Why the fuck did she say that? What does that mean? Is she implying that she knows that Mark already knows the export hall by episode 3? Huh? Like does Reghabi know like what the fuck? Why? Like, does she know that Mark or like Innie Mark has already found the black hallway, and that like she just needs like Audi Mark to basically tell her, you know, to reintegrate and tell her what they saw? So something about the black hallway, Dr. Reghabi, she cares more about that than Mark's like inner self, like finding Miss Casey or some shit. I don't think she actually gives a fuck about that. So Dr. Reghabi, Loki kind of sus, okay? And also like when he when Mark starts flipping out about like, dude, I can't remember jack shit, and he starts going like, fuck this whole thing. She goes like, dude, she was like, we're so close. We need to push. She's like, for what? Why is Dr. Reghabi so like impatient? Like, is there a time crunch? Will the world fucking explode if you don't find like the black hallway in less than 2 episodes? So, I'm assuming now that like Dr. Reghabi's goal is either for reintegration to work. Oh, okay, obviously reintegration to work, but I think I don't think she cares about taking down Lumen, more so the fact that Lumen holds some secrets in the underground level below Severed that like apparently may or may not have like some fucking secrets to the universe or some crap like that. I don't know why she just loves that so much. Okay, but hey, interesting to note. So yeah, and basically she says like we need to flood the chip, right? And I actually don't know what they mean by that, but okay, so we have what was it? Okay, you see a bit of what was it? What the fuck is going on here? Hold on now, I think I'm a bit out of whack. Yeah, so so Irving is preparing to meet his Burt and Fields to have a bit of a ham. They're getting 3 gay men are having a get together, right? Okay, cool. What do I write here? Yeah, Drama also is doing some things, like he's sneaking around. Presumably he's sneaking into Irvin's house or some crap to find some stuff. Yeah, okay. Okay, so okay, that's right. Sorry. Burt. Okay, see, this shit's so confusing, right? So Burt and Irving, they meet up, and the first thing that Christopher Walken, aka Burt, says to meeting Irving is, "Who the hell are you?" Like, I'm gonna be honest, that scared the shit out of all three of us, all three of my friends. When we first saw that, we're like, "No way!" He's like, "It was his innie the whole time," or some shit like that. But that joke from Burt, sus. Like if someone did that to me, I can't trust them. Like, I don't care how old they are. And they joke like this. The vibes are not good. And basically, okay, so they invite him in to this fucking Hannibal Lecter ass fucking kitchen and shit like that. The vibes are not good. They're saying some weird cryptic shit. Okay, I know Burt was what was it? I know Irving banged on their door previously, but the way Fields say like "welcome back to our house," I don't know, bro. I don't know, something about like welcome back as if like you've been here, you belong here. Like, this is where you belong, Irving. You know, get out, Irving, get out. Okay, so there's also the thing where what's mine is yours. When I think, yeah, Field says what's mine is yours to Irving. Sorry, not to Irving, to Burt. AKA like basically saying that like everything that I own is yours, like to Burt. And also Burt is like a fucking scary cunt in this episode. Okay, there's another thing. Okay, Attila, apparently if you Google it, it's the fucking, what was it? Was the ruler of the Huns from 434 AD until his death in 453 AD. So he's like a king of the Huns. Like, so Burt is called, like, they call Burt Alita. Like, Fields calls Burt Attila. Sorry, Attila. I don't know, something's weird about that. Something's weird about calling him like some weird historical king. Cult shit. Get the fuck out. And Burt is just, I feel like there's a vibe that Burt is just in control of everything. This, there's also the whole thing is like, we can feed Irving a whole like load of corn because he complimented about the corn. Like, it's like Irving is this weird test subject for these two people to figure out. And obviously have dinner. They talk about religion and shit like that. Okay, the religious conversation is kind of interesting about like, okay, let's just say if you do get severed, you have like an innie. Okay.
It wasn't blood, it was pain.
You have your innie and your outie are like two different people. If they both have souls, which goes to heaven, which goes to hell? Very interesting. There's a whole thing about like, oh, Burt basically did Severance because he wanted to, sever his mind. So because he's a bit of a bad boy apparently, but if he could have a chance to have his innie go to heaven alongside Fields, haha, very funny. But yikes. Also, this whole dinner conversation is just super uncomfortable to watch. But yeah, not looking good. And I think I don't know if they said 20 years here, but I'm gonna check if they go back to the episode. But they also mentioned that like, okay, what happened here? We're gonna go back. Yeah, I think they mentioned the 20 years line here, that like, oh, Field says that Burt like had the 20 years ago, right, at this point, because he remembers, had like a dinner party at the severed floor or some crap, and then Irving clocks it because he's a fucking detective, and he says like, I thought the first severed office opened 12 years ago, and the room goes silent. Obviously Fields fucked up in some way because Burt is looking at Fields like he wants to kill him, and Burt says no more of this, right? So what does this mean? Okay, if there's like either there's either that like severance happened like 8 years before the public knew about it. Okay, plausible. They're doing some weird test run stuff, and Burt and Fields were like both in on it in the beginning. Or time moves differently on the severed floor, and both Fields and Innie Burt, like Innie Irvings and Innie Burt maybe got together and they experienced the first party 20 years ago, and they somehow figured out a way to like, you know, remember that on the outside world. I don't know. Weird shit's going on with time. We got to figure it out. And we talked about time as well with the non-chronological order of telling of the story. So something is about that. Yeah. Okay. So, yikes. I don't like this. Yeah, you can see. Burt just wants to fucking kill this cunt. Look at him. Christopher Walken is not playing around. Okay, and drummer, aka like Helena's right-hand man, is sneaking into Irving's building and like finding well, just unlocks the door. Okay, super creepy. And we got, okay, Gretchen, I think it's Gretchen and Innie Dylan. She obviously is having some sort of midlife crisis affair thing, right? Because she is probably just mad that she can't have Innie Dylan just magically replace Innie Dylan. Even though I personally think that's a stupid idea. Like, Innie Dylan knows nothing about raising kids. But it's crazy that she's having an affair with her husband, on her husband. I don't know how to explain this. It's very confusing. It's hurting my brain, but it's fucking crazy, and I don't like it, okay? But she even slips up when she says, she just basically lies to Innie Dylan when Innie Dylan is asking about like how did the meetup go, and she says it got cancelled. And she said she didn't get to see him. Oh, I mean you. She's already slipping up, bro. She's already seeing the Innie and Innie as like two distinct different people. She's cheating. She's fucking cheating, bro. And okay, Dylan is talking about spending more money buying this like used car, like I don't know, like discounted cars. And she's obviously done with his bullshit, right? But besides that, like he says no, he's not gonna do it. He's just gonna do a test drive. She says thank you, but Dylan is raising the kids. Like he's feeding them. He's like interacting with the kids. Seem to love Dylan. I don't think Innie Dylan is that bad. Yeah, maybe he's just not. He's just like not found his footing or whatever. All right, like he's doing all sorts of hobbies and stuff like that. But I think Gretchen's in the wrong here. Don't cheat on your husband, bro. Like that, you know. Yuck. But yeah, she storms off to presumably to work. But okay, now there's Mark eating some fucking fortune cookies. I don't know, there might be significance in that in some Asian restaurant, right? And he's eating a lot apparently. He's eating like a fuck ton of meals. Probably has something to do with reintegration. He's all depressed as fuck like that. And obviously he sees Helena. So Helena is full stalking Hellie Mark. Okay. Very interesting here. So she comes up to him and she like starts off the whole thing as like a proper business talk, you know, thank you for working at Lumen. So sorry about the OTC, blah blah blah. Lovely hearing about your work. And Mark, obviously being the sarcastic little shit he is, says like, I heard nothing about my work. Haha. And obviously they exchange a lot of sarcastic comments with each other. And something that I find interesting about this is that Hellie Mark and Hellie, aka Helena, they kind of vibe in a weird way. You know, they're both kind of like narcissistic, sarcastic, dry humor people, snarky, that's how I would say. Which, you know, I don't like that they have a lot of, you know, chemistry going on here, because she's an Egan. She's doing some evil shit. We find out in the conversation that Helena, well, you know, people know her as inventing Severance, so that's something interesting. Oh yeah, she asks like Mark to see her dad. Like, yeah, it's a joke, but that's fucking crazy. Imagine like walking up to someone and they work in, you're their employer, and you basically like offer them to meet like the CEO, like this, you know, not soon to be CEO, but like the fucking CEO of your company, and he's like some sort of like religious ass figure. Cause we saw Helena's dad. He's not okay, bro. He's like, there are people living inside his brain, like doing weird shit to him, bro. Why does she want to bring Mark home? Like, it has to be some sort of cult, bro. There's some cult shit going on. Fuck. Mark, go away. Dude, don't entertain this anymore. And, blah, 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 blah. They have, dude, everyone is always bringing up Mark's dead wife. Like, dude, stop rubbing it into him, man, bro. Like, he knows. She notes that he's eating a lot, so she hopes that they're feeding him down there. Whatever, bro. Like, I don't know if she, dude, whatever, bro. And he's leaving, cause he got a little coffee, he got a little bit coughed up, and so she sees him off, and while they're saying their goodbyes, they stare at each other in the eyes for so long, and I think, like, okay, on the one hand, Helena, she's down bad, right? She wants Mark. Adam Scott is a very attractive man, okay? So she wants, I think on some subconscious level, or even, it's not even subconscious anymore. On some level, she just wants Innie Mark to just burst out of his brain with the reintegration and go kiss Hellie, right? Go kiss her right there on the spot, and she's gonna cream her pants and shit like that. But like Mark, on the other hand, he's actually, I assume there has to be some residual effects of reintegration where he's looking at Helena, and like he must be like seeing her, like, I don't know, maybe in the small reintegration episodes, he must be like, bro, why have I seen her in other ways, you know? So he must be confused. So they're just staring at each other with, you know, with all this sexual tension. Anyways, yeah, this is very interesting, but Mark decides to get the fuck out of there, and I think he also, dude, they must be following his car, like they know where he is, so he decides to go off. Drummer is looking at Irving's like little detective notes, and it zooms in all the way on Burt, what the fuck's his name? Goodman? Yeah, so Burt Goodman is very important, to Drummer at least, so I don't know how they know him. Like, he seems like he's been employed there 20 years. You know, he can't be in macro data refinement for 20 years. Some other shit has to be done with Burt. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I honestly don't know what's gonna happen. But anyways, they're back at the dinner table. I'm not sure if this is the part where they said 20 years, or I may have talked about. Okay, this is the part where they said 20 years when Irving says 12 years and they say shut the fuck up. And then I think Fields were like, maybe it's to distract the whole conversation about the 20 years and 12 years, but he just straight out asks, like, dude, did you and you know, Irving have sex on the inner floor, like on the, as innies? There's a non-zero chance. I don't know if he's coping with it, because he also says that like love between innies is deserved, and I hope it was beautiful. So Fields is like, as a fucking cuck. He's a official cuck. Invites another man to his house to basically admit that that stranger may have had sex with my partner, What the fuck is going on with this episode, bro? This is too much sex, bro. We gotta stop. Okay? Dude, how long have I been speaking for? Holy shit, 40 minutes. Dude, I'm so sorry. Anyways, yeah, they'll all be sad as fuck. And, Mark bursts back into his house, runs all the way downstairs, to Reghabi, and he says he wants to do the full thing. I think he just wants to know what the fuck is going on at this point. Like, he somehow recognizes Helena. He just needs to know what is going on. I'm confused as fuck. Everyone keeps bringing up my dead wife. There has to be something crazy. So he decides to just, like, go all in, flood my brain, whatever. So she does it. I don't know what she floods the chip with. I don't know what is that? Like oil? Whatever. So this is also, okay, this is kind of gross, but she cuts up his head. But okay, look at all the close-ups of the, ugh. Okay, hold on. This is the most unsanitary medical, like setup ever. They're in the basement. This shit dusty as fuck. What if dust goes in his brain, bro? This is not, you can't, there's so many uncontrolled variables. You're not a doctor, bro. You can't trust Dr. Reghabi. Like, at least have an air purifier or something around. Jeez. Anyways, so she sticks the fucking needle in his brain, right? And floods the chip with something, right? Oh, yuck. And, yeah, Mark just starts spazzing out. It's gonna happen quick. And I guess all of the visions happen, like, at now. So, he sees him fucking Helena. So, we actually don't know when canonically this happened. So, this happened before... Oh, okay. So it happened before episode 3. This whole thing had to be. Damn. That's crazy. Yeah. I just spent some time thinking about the timeline. But okay. I think up to here. Okay, this is my favorite part. That's the funniest shit. He just sees all that stuff, and his first reaction is like, "The fuck? What? Who the fuck am I fucking?" Like, I think we also saw a split second of Gemma, like, not Miss Casey, but like Gemma in purple clothing or some crap like that. Oh, bro, this is not good. Okay, so, Dr. Reghabi, you gotta tell Mark not to move before injecting his head, okay? Like a simple, like, instructions. You're a bad doctor, Dr. Reghabi. You gotta tell him this. Like, at least hold his head still or something. She's not allowed to get mad at him for that, okay? Because that's her fault. Anyways.
You have to keep your head still.
Okay. And I don't know if...
Ignore it. Tell me.
Oh, okay, well, hold on here.
In the driveway, she knows I'm here.
Okay. So basically, Devon comes up to talk to Mark. Bad timing as usual. Amazing writing though. What the fuck? Okay, I think also Reghabi is like trying to get Mark to just go like, tell me what you saw immediately. Dude, she does not care about Mark, bro. She just wants the information. And I assume all of this information has happened in the past already. So I feel like Dr. Reghabi probably knows the events of this entire season. She just needs to know like the details from the perspective of the innies or some crap like that. So yeah, Devon. Obviously she comes up. She's like, oh, she has some funky idea to help with the, corporate espionage, and Mark basically tells her to fuck off because he's doing his own thing, and she's like, that's kind of rude, and Mark starts spazzing the fuck out, and then he sees Gemma, and for some reason he starts touching his glass. I honestly don't know what the fuck this means. I'm not gonna pretend like I know. But he sees Miss Casey and his wife, and then he falls to the ground and knocks his head, aka moving his head like crazy, and starts having a full seizure, like full foaming at the mouth seizure. Dr. Reghabi runs up, and Devon is not scared at all. She just says, who the fuck are you? And they both are cradling Mark's head as he is basically dying. He's dying, bro. Okay, and then it cuts to, Irving and Burt saying their goodbyes. Now, okay, listen, usually at the end of this episode, they'll cut with Mark almost dying, right? Like, that's an amazing place to end. But there has to be a reason why they end the episode like this, right? At Burt's house or some crap. So Burt again brings up the fact that his partner is silly for mentioning 20 years when we all know that Severance started 12 years ago. AKA, us the audience knows we gotta start digging. What the fuck does 20 years mean, okay? And openly asks, like, Irving if he wants to hang out without Fields, without his husband, I guess, partner. Don't do it. Don't do it, Irving. Irving, stop. Get away. Alright? This is not a wholesome romantic relationship anymore. I'm not rooting for these two. I cannot believe I was rooting for them in episode 4, in episode 5, but how could I have known? How could I have known that Burt is a fucking borderline serial killer, okay? Alright, good night, Burt. And then, just, you know, look at the way that, like, Burt is just staring at, you know, so menacingly. Yikes, okay? And obviously the episode ends and blah, 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 blah. I honestly have nothing else to... Shut the fuck up. Can I go back? Bro, can I go back? Shut the fuck up. Sorry about that. Okay. One of my friends pointed out that apparently the actor for Fields is different from the man that we saw in the window in season 1, episode 10. I'm not gonna go check because I'm tired, but if this is intentional, because it seems like they're very intentional about casting, is Burt running like some fucking like human trafficking shit? You know, like he's just finding old dudes to like suck their lifeblood innies. They have to be severed or something. I don't know. I don't like it. But things are getting strange. I hope Mr. Milchick gets better. I don't think I have anything else to say besides that I can't wait for next episode. When all this is said and done, I need someone to literally map out like a fucking family tree diagram of who's in ties with what, who's entangled with who, like the innies and outies and in between. We need to see how complicated this goes. All right, I'm stumbling over my words. I think I'm tired as fuck. It's like, holy shit, it's 2 a.m. Thank you for coming to my yap session. I love you all. Thanks. Bye.